Hey, welcome back to the Scorpio channel. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Laura, and I'm going to do a general message for Scorpio. Know that energy is fluid, so roles could be reversed. Always interpret the message as it best resonates with you. Also, know if you're new to my channel, I like to look at everything, but we definitely take more time to look at the spiritual blocks, the shadows, and see how they play out as karmic themes within your experience. All right, we're going to jump right on in today. We're going to take a peek at see what the underlying energy is. I want to thank all my likes, shares, and subscribes. I love all your comments. Keep them coming. And I'm a little far behind in doing my giveaway reading. A lot going on at home, but I will resume picking people within the next week or so. So, all right, let's see what that underlying energy is. Stubbornness, stubbornness. Well, Scorpio, I kind of feel like you're in separation from someone that's kind of really like upset with themselves, mad with themselves because, they played a game a little bit too long. I feel like this person thought that they were going to scare you into like making the first move. I feel like you're been in separation from a person that just doesn't like to apologize, that doesn't like to show any vulnerability. I believe that they showed you very little, but you knew that there was always a connection. This person did actually say that there was a connection, but they never showed you that they had a connection, even though you could feel it. The action wasn't there. And I feel like this person deliberately went out of their way to give you nothing. Um, they didn't want to seem emotionally vulnerable. They didn't want, I feel like this person just met you at the wrong time. And that's really it. I feel like this person, um, made a lot of promises when they met you, but they never followed through with anything. And then I feel like you brought up to them a few times and how they did things that just weren't nice. Like I think this person one time like deliberately tried to create like a love triangle, even though that they weren't really interested in the other person, just to antagonize you. I feel like they always let you know that they were like desirable. Like I even feel like one time, like you went to meet this person, and when you went to meet them, they were deliberately talking to another like person, right in front of your face. Like just always making it seem like the relationship wasn't really that important to them. And then it would almost like get a charge out of like if it bothered you. Like I feel like they would say, you know, they would make a comment to you like, oh, does that bother you? Like, it's what I'm feeling like to deliberately know that obviously it would bother you. This person loves the fact that you have feelings for them and wants you to like show that you have feelings for them, wants you to chase them and fall all over them, but they don't want to give you anything in return. If anything, they want to give you nothing and then almost like laugh at you because they're giving you nothing or that it feels that way. So I feel like they knew that this was like an asshole thing to do. And I feel like you detach because you're like, okay, I'm not going to stick around and you give me nothing. I'm not begging you to, be with me. It's like we had a connection and then all of a sudden you detach because you get freaked out and then you want to go and talk to other people. And then you want to come back to me and throw it in my face, almost like, okay, well, we're going to pretend that we're like this friends. So there was just this energy in the beginning where I feel like this person never like they wanted you to be their friend, but they want to be more than friend. So they don't really want to say, they don't want to give you a commitment is what it feels like. And then, but then they want you to want the commitment. They want you to desire them. They want you to, so what they do is I feel like they put like that, they put the line out there almost. And then if you bite, then they really reel it in. That's what it feels like. And it's because they just love the idea that you have feelings for them and that you like them. It feeds their ego. So I feel like this person sees you as high caliber, knows that you deserve more, is just really immature, and they pushed it too far. I feel like they needed to apologize for like not just acting like this, but you know, I feel like it was certain times that this person really should have been in your life. I really should have shown you some sort of emotional support, and instead they purposely stayed away and gave nothing. And then would say that you guys weren't really that close. They would make excuses. So, like I said, I feel like you were standing in your ground, but this person was stayed away for a long period of time, was very stubborn, thinking that you were going to cave, thinking that you were going to get over it. But now it's almost like it's pushed to the point that it's almost gone too far. And so this person, I feel like, doesn't know what to do. And part of it is that they're still stubborn because it's, coming back and apologizing, they have to surrender their ego. They'd have to make some changes. Their behavior would be addressed. And I feel like they're not doing that much because of that. Now we're going to see why I just channeled all that. I never know why spirit tells me to say what I say in the beginning of a reading. I don't know why. So we're just going to jump right on in and we're going to see why. But very immature energy. Inconsistent, like again, in and out of your life, not wanting to make a commitment, wanting you to get, as soon as you would get comfortable, I feel like they would make sure that you didn't get comfortable, and not even the feeling like you ever really got comfortable. Just, and then moody as fuck. Like if you brought it up to them, like sometimes they would kid around and other times they would get annoyed and other times they would, so it was like just unreliable and moody, and like almost to the point where like you felt like you were becoming consumed with them, but not in a good way, and consumed where, they made you nervous. You never knew what you were going to get. If you made plans, are you going to show up? Are you going to call me? You say you're going to call. Are you going to call? Are you going to, like, just very non-reliable, inconsistent energy, like where definitely did not honor any type of connection. If anything, they were completely reckless within the relationship. And I feel like deliberately you deliberately doing things to sabotage the relationship, but not just sabotage the relationship, but I feel like this person doesn't really have any sort of structure, any sort of, they might have a job. It's not like they don't have a job. It's almost like they just don't, like they'll stay out until 2 o'clock in the morning and then go to work. They don't have to answer to anybody. I don't feel like this person really takes care of themselves like an adult does. An adult has structure. They get up in the morning, they eat breakfast, they take care of themselves. They might go work out. They do consistent things. This person does not like to do anything consistent. Because like you said, they're reckless, and in their behavior, it is very consuming because you don't know what you're going to get, because their reckless behavior makes them extremely moody. And it's mainly like they don't know who they're getting involved with, who they talk to. I feel like this person runs around, they talk to people, and in this instance, they definitely talked to someone that was like a lower vibe energy, knowing that that person was like gaining like attachment to them, and knowing that if they dropped your name a few times, that that person was going to go searching, looking to see who you are. I feel like this person loves to create triangles. They love to seem as if they're desirable. And that's how they're reckless, because they don't realize who they're getting involved with. And I feel like it creates a lot of drama in their life. And then again, can bleed into whoever else that this person is in contact with, because people that they're in contact with, if they're flirting, they think they're obviously thinking that they're single. They're not single. It's like they're talking to multiple people and always seem to have one person. Like one person, but that one person they're not giving any attention to, or it's on its way out, or it's like this person is very abusive. And they're very abusive because they only care about themselves. It's like I said, they're inconsistent, which again, creating highs and lows. And it's mainly because they live by their own addictions. They live through their trauma almost. It's like this person's had a bad relationship, so they're not going to get into any real relationship. However, they love the idea, like I said, of you having feelings. So of course, creating this dynamic almost where they I don't like this person's energy, because like I said, I just feel like someone that smirks like at embarrassing you, smirks at, watching you like not be happy. You know what I mean? Like bother knowing that if they're dating somebody else and then going and making sure that or talking to somebody else and making sure that they're talking to a low vibe person that is gonna show up at your house, or is gonna like confront you, embarrassing you, like this person gets joy out of. And that's why I don't like this person, because it's reckless behavior. It's reckless, and it's abusive. And that's what you felt. So I feel like you walked away from this person because of it. Like I just feel like they played a shit load of games. I'm like, what? I'm like, I want to know what deck to pick at, because I want to be fair. I'm like, okay, let's go in deep and let's see what this person, what they feel, what they think. Because even though a person will do all this, it doesn't mean that they don't have feelings. It doesn't mean that you should be with them. I understand people that have shadows, they have sabotaging behavior, and this looks a lot like sabotaging behavior. Not that it matters, but we always have to ask the universe why the universe would bring us a person that was this flawed, this broken. Why? What is the lesson? Because the universe uses people to help us heal, to help us grow. And what we see here is a whole lot of like bullshit. To be honest with you, a person that loves the idea of you, but doesn't really want to be in a relationship with you, actually thinks that you're everything. Like again, is almost like jealous of the fact that they see that, well, when I say everything, that life is easy, it seems like for you, that you have friends, that you have do the job that you like, that you don't answer to anybody, that you don't have any problems in your life. This person has problems because of the way that they navigate their life, the way that they're not nice to people, the way that they use people, the way that they attract people like their vibration. This person, I feel like, misjudged you. They perceived you like through like the type of people that they dealt with other people, almost. They didn't really know who you are. And that's because they don't really take the time to get to know. They're here for a good time, not a long time. And so phony and so surface that, I think that you actually thought that you were dealing with a genuine person at first, and they were never really genuine. They were always like, they always were coming from their mask, always like creating a facade, and that's, their feelings of lack and not liking themselves and their bad relationships and all their other bad experiences that they've created due to this behavior, because this, when you are like this, that's all that's going to happen. They see the world as bad, and then here it is that you defy that. And I feel like that's their perception. It doesn't mean that it's real. And I feel like you tend to be a spiritual person. You have like empath energy. This person has very narcissistic energy. Somebody that is very like, has anxious, avoidant behavior. Someone that loves to create problems, but then doesn't want to face them and talk about them, and is very needy, but won't try to fill themselves emotionally healthy through healthy ways. Tries to do it like through using people, through creating, like I said, love triangles, and by that, so that obviously the relationship would be extremely consuming. Neither one, this person feels like that neither one of you guys are being honest right now. They know that they're not being honest with you because they're being stubborn and they're holding back, and they don't really want to hold back, but there's a sense of, I'm in too deep. So I'm not gonna like, surrender. I'm not going to do it. I have a feeling like if I hold back, that you're going to do it. And I feel like they're misreading you. I feel like you've gotten to the point where you're like, I like this game. I'm so fucking tired of the games. Like, they don't realize that that's the energy that it's creating. And I believe because they're used to dealing with extremely toxic people that have invested so much that they don't want to really give up, where you're not that type of person. However, it makes you more desirable to them because you'll walk away, where this person then gets abandonment issues, and then all of a sudden wants to, be in a relationship. It's not like they can. So it's not like they don't have feelings, but they're almost like their pride and their ego, and they feel like you still have feelings, and that because of how they acted, you're not gonna cave in. So kind of like you're both being stubborn. I just feel like this person like knows down deep inside that they are the ones that should give in. They're just not gonna do it, because in giving in, that means that they have to change their behavior. In giving in, that means that they have to, like, again, not just be vulnerable, but make up for how they treated you. And this person doesn't really want to do that. It's like they like to act superior. I feel your energy around me, and I wonder, are you thinking about me too? So there's a sense of that you cut your energy off from this person. And I think that they're like thinking about you nonstop, to be honest with you, and that they know of your energy. I do feel like there is a soul connection there, and that you haven't 100% moved on, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you want to be with this person. It might just mean that you haven't met anyone to take its place. So that energy is still there. And a lot of times that'll happen when you're in a toxic relationship. The person forms a cord, and they're like, I can still feel it. But what it is it's like not a healthy cord at this point, because this person played so many games, you don't trust them anymore. I want to let my guard down with you, but fear makes me lash out in self-defense. So again, this person gets triggered very easily. They have a lot of baggage from the past. So it's again, like being in a relationship with them, they refuse to be emotionally vulnerable. So they don't really communicate very well. And then when they want to, then they catch themselves, and then like I said, it's like they almost like punish you. Because understand, like narcissists like to appear perfect. They want people to think that they're perfect. And when this person opens up their mouth, they don't sound perfect. They tell you everything that's happened, and everything that's happened in this person's life within their relationships has not been good. And it's not good because they're not good, right? You know, you're not going to attract someone that's better. Now you might say, like, well, I'm not like them. No, but your self-esteem might not be, or you might not be investing enough in yourself. So it's not all the time like, oh, you're like this a bad person, that's why. No, but if you are gonna entertain a person that's, like, again, can't communicate, and you know, all of a sudden gets flipped out, and then gets triggered and begins to yell at you, makes you feel bad, starts calling you names, shuts down, does things to trigger you to, get jealous, to feel abandoned, to feel all these emotions. Like, again, to bring you up, to bring you down, to bring you up, that's that energy. And that energy makes you sick. So it's like this person like doesn't really want to change. When I let myself go deeper into thoughts of you, I can feel my heart opening. So again, I feel like this scares them though. It's like I feel like it's it's an emotion that you and I would welcome, that like healthy people welcome. They want that. It's like this person feels it, and they shut it down. They almost get in their own way. They sabotage themselves. They want to control it. And they want to control it by like making sure that you're continually giving them energy and falling all over them. Separated or together, we are working in tandem. Again, this person again feels like you are their soulmate. But who cares if this is how they're going to act? I just wanted to know where they were, like, what do they think? And I think that this connection is for them is too deep, because they have so much baggage from past relationships that it's like they want to, it's not like they don't want to be in a relationship. But it's the relationship triggers them. The relationship triggers them. It's like, and you can tell because they have conversation, and that's what the conversation is. This person really needs to be the one that's vulnerable with you, not the other way around. But again, their ego is like, oh, well, both of us are holding back. So they're still focusing on what you're doing, but they're not looking at their reckless behavior and seeing that the reason why you are acting the way that you are is because of them. That's the only thing that's really being mirrored. It's like this person is like not being really open to you, and now you are not open to them. That's the only thing that's really working together. And it's like, yes, and what they still see is that even though they did all this bullshit and they play all these games and they're holding back, that they cannot control love, that they can still feel your energy, that they can't destroy it, because the connection is a soul connection. And soul connections are, you know, unconditional love. It's a past life karmic connection. But understand, whether it's karmic, twin flame, soulmate, life partner, like it's lessons, it's karmic, it's learn. And so I feel like, this person is that karmic mate, and they recognize your energy. And I feel like in the beginning you thought that they were somebody like of importance too, but not this type of relationship, but not where you're going to be completely consumed with this person. not that at all. And not where like just because like this person like sees their future with you. That's, I mean, I feel like it doesn't matter at this point whether this person sees their future with you or not. It's like they they're not healed. So even though they see like they believe that you guys can make a good couple. And I say that because it's like they believe that part of their mission in life has to do with you. And only because I feel like they've tried to walk away a few times from this connection. And maybe if it's not a mission that you hold some important space in their life, like you're supposed to be there, like it's divine, like whether they're supposed to learn something from you, whether or not you're supposed to enhance their life, that you play some part in their life. This is what they believe because they can't walk away because they still have feelings. And it's like, but I'm trying to leave my comfort zone with this issue, but they need healing. Like I said, they need a lot of healing. And I just feel like this person feels a connection because there is a connection, but it's not they're not healthy. They're not healthy, and I'm gonna just put it like that. And the reason why is because, like I said, they have too much past baggage that needs to be cleared. We're gonna pull a few more because I want to get closer to see if are they gonna do anything. Are they going to do anything? Are they going to heal themselves more? Like, what does this say? I feel like, again, between 6 and 9 months, like this person come around. And right now, it's almost like this person's taking a break from you and you are taking a break from them. I feel like they're in limbo because number one, they don't really know down deep inside how whether you can take them back. I think that they know, but I also think that they know that the way that they've been handling the situation, it's not working. That this connection, the way that they're trying to play this isn't working anymore. So they have to kind of like change their tactic. And so it's like, I feel like they're trying to meditate and find a way to come to you, but I also feel like during this separation, they're having a lot of self-actualization. So, and I feel like it's again the way that they treated you. Yeah, they're becoming again self-aware about their ego. Like, I mean, this is gonna sound crazy, but it's almost like in this separation, that's what this time right now, because this person played a lot of games, and I feel like after a while you were like, okay, you don't want to be with me. Okay, I'm not going to be with you, and I'm not going to play these narcissistic games. And literally, it says here, right? Time off, like suspended, pause, like, and again, but what we see is the self-actualization and in limbo because they don't know whether you're going to take them back or not. And then this card right here, mirror, and what we see here again is self-assessment, and then we see narcissist. And then again, them non-stop thinking about you and them aware of again their ego of why you and them are not together. So I wouldn't believe it and if I didn't pull it, but I was like, and I feel like this person plans on coming back to you in the autumn. And the reason why is because they're like, again, I feel like I'm not gonna lie, like part of them feels like together like with you, they would excel in life. I also think that it's again, they like the persona that you give off. I know that that sounds crazy, but it's almost like that you're like first class, like superior. So you may be somebody that has a great job, has like friends in important places, or seems to live a very colorful life where I feel like this person lives a very bland life. They don't really have a life. And so they actually see that as again somebody that is gonna be like add to their life. So again, during this place that they're in, like again, the self-realization, I feel like they're doing healing. I want to know what pushed them into doing this healing. Again, soulmate. It's again, they feel like it. It's like you said, I wouldn't believe it if I wasn't pulling it. But it's like, yeah, like it's like this person feels like it's like they are insecure. However, it's like they feel like with you that there would be such good camaraderie and that, and there's a lot of passion. It's almost like this person feels like when they're around you that they're like a kid. It like they like it's almost like this very innocent, pure love that they've never felt before. And I say that because see here youth, right? And then we see again hormonal and receptive. It's like and mutual, like it's just like again more of this soulmate energy, and soulmate energy is very pure. It's very innocent where I think this person sees you as that way. And I think like you move this person into that space. And that space has been dead inside of them for a long time. So I think that they really didn't want to have any type of relationship with you in the beginning. And then what happened is it's like you as self-respect, you walked away. And I don't think this person really wanted you to walk away. They just weren't looking to like give you anything. Yeah, like it's like thing you're gonna hear first from this person, like not gonna take long, like the summer, right? By like now, within like the next few weeks, I would say the latest by like middle of August. And then by the fall, like 1 month later, you're gonna see that you're gonna be talking on a regular basis. It's like I feel like this person's coming back. It's just that they're gonna come back, like slower. They're gonna give you what you want. Like I feel like this is what you wanted before. You wanted communication, you wanted regular communication, and this person wasn't willing to give it to you before. They're going to do it now. They're gonna come back this way. They know that they have to give it to you this way because of what they did. Um, they're, again, finding their way back. It's like this is new territory for them, but they're going to figure out exactly like what it is that they need to do to save this relationship. Like literally, I mean, finding their way, like they're like figuring it out. This is what they want. And it's like, then because they just feel like it's a soulmate, but it's like it's so weird because they wouldn't. But I just feel like during this time, it's again, this person's did so much reflection, and I think it brought up a lot of their inner child wounds. Believe it or not, they might not even realize, but like, hey, it's inner child wounds, but it's definitely they it made them look at their behavior. It made them again take time out to look at their ego and make comparisons between like all the different people that they've dated. Um, been able to reflect and really go inward. And so the time apart really was not just about them being stubborn. What I see is they were really figuring it out. I think in the beginning they were stubborn, and then when you wouldn't come back, at first it was like a game, and then they were like, oh my God, you're serious. And then it was like so much time went by, and then they had to, they didn't want to cave because of their ego, but then it got to the point where they were like, this is stupid. It's like, I have feelings for this person. Why did I do this? And really, again, taking the time to figure out what they want, because we see it here. Look, relax. Again, they're taking time out, being in limbo, waiting. And we see it all through this reading, like that's what they've done. I'm trying to, like, leave my comfort zone, but they're thinking about it. They're finding their way back. They're contemplating. We see a lot of thinking, a lot of, like, this person just feeling like, and when I ask again why, they feel like you're part of their life, whether that's a mission to do something or whether it's just just supposed to be in my life. You're my soulmate. That's what it says here. And I feel like because they compared you to other people, when they met you, they were not ready to be in a relationship with you. I don't feel like they even took the time to get to know you, and what they thought of you was not even who you are either, not until you left. Healing, like, is again growth, strong relationship. Okay, flowing love. I'm not lying. It's like I feel like this connection for both of you is for inner child healing, and is going to bring a lot of healing. Just the fact that this person is coming back. Now, that doesn't mean that all of you are going to want to take this person back. It's number one. Number two, let's see, how do you feel about this person? Again, in this story, let's see. Again, we will be together again. So whether that's you or them, it's again, this person is like, I know really wants it with you. Like I said, I'm going to pull another. I remember every detail of the day. So I feel like definitely a soul's connection. I just think that this person hurt you. Like, again, I feel like this is still this person's energy. I regret lying to you. So again, in separation, I just feel like this person can't stop thinking about you. It's again, and that they are already just made it clear that they're going to be together with you. So that when I ask with you, it's not like it said, I don't feel like it's coming up. And I think because it's collective. Yeah, this is this person. I wish I could take back my words. Like, again, they're in regret. They want to fix it because they actually see who you are now. As far as you, I feel like you don't know. We'll pull from another deck just to see. Because I don't think that you lied to this person, like I said. Came out. Let's see. Grow and secret. So I feel like you still have feelings for this person, regardless of whether or not you should. I feel like it's your own little secret that you hold on deep inside. You always hope that this person would come back. Um, I think that you saw this person's potential, that you'd be willing to, like, give it time. But that's in this story anyway. Um, this person for sure. And I think that you've been their little secret for a long time too. Like again, that they've thought about you and they've contemplated on it and they figured it out. And believe me, this person's an overthinker. They thought of every single reason of why not to be with you. And not because of you, but because of their past relationships. I just think that, like I said, the connection was so deep that instead of them being open to it, it would trigger them. Like, what do you want? What do you mean you want to know that about me? Like, person that has bad, relationships over time thinks that they can't really be in a good relationship and is a little insecure. And then when you do ask them questions, then they read into it too much. Like, maybe I'm going to answer the wrong way. I want to answer you, but, you know, what if I don't answer it right? What if you don't like me? So again, I feel like they had to get to a place where it was more uncomfortable to not have you in their life than to have you in their life. So we have to say again, whether you're going to be with this person or whether you're not going to be with this person, you still attracted this person into your life for a reason. So we have to ask there, why did you attract this person into your life? What are you supposed to learn? What are you supposed to get from this connection? Rebellious. These are your inner child wounds. Space. Outdoors in nature. Thing. We see a lot of actual neglect. All right. So we see like one bad thing, because I don't really believe that rebellious is bad, but I think that you were seen as different, and different meant that you were being rebellious. And rebellious is bad, seen as bad. So when you were bad, you were neglected. And so, I mean, that's the trauma. And so, but I feel like it was also that you grew up in an imbalanced environment where any little thing that was different that would actually draw attention to the family made family feel inadequate. And so they would continually try to make you mesh back to, like, again, conform into like what was the norm for everyone else. And why I say that is because I see this space and sing. See, normally being able to sing is like to be able to express yourself and to be able to have a voice in the world. And I feel like you aren't allowed to. And in that space is all this space is where we're supposed to be able to go out and create our life, right? That's what space really is. And I don't really feel like you were allowed to do that. I feel like your energy was suppressed. You were neglected, but you were also suppressed, meaning um, you your family couldn't give you what you needed, so that was a form of neglect. But then also you couldn't pursue the things which you wanted to. You had to kind of neglect them, so neglecting parts of yourself that are actually gifts. And outdoors in nature is your connection to source. It's about being grounded, really being grounded in the world, and by going out and exploring what what stirs up your soul, to find your voice in the world, and that you're not bad, and that you have to reparent yourself, and you reparent yourself by giving to yourself. And why I say that is because, listen, this person at the beginning of the connection didn't want to give you anything. I feel like you stuck around a little bit too long. However, I do believe that you disconnected. And I do believe that you did give yourself, you did nurture yourself. You did turn around and say, "Well, I'm not the one that's bad. You tried making me feel like I'm the problem. I'm not the problem. You're the problem." And you walked away from this person because they were like neglecting you. And wanting you to conform to their way, which was ridiculous way, being like, wait, there's a whole other life out there. I'm holding on to a person that, yeah, I think that they're my soulmate, but they're not giving me anything. They don't want to give me anything. They're deliberately going out of their way to make me feel bad. That's not what love is. It's again, that's like, again, make like neglect. It's actually abuse. So I feel like you took your energy and you left. And when you did that, it's like that's when this person really observed their life, because they were asking themselves, they were contemplating a lot on their life, on what it would be like to be in a relationship. What do they want? So, yeah, they did take a long time to figure it out after they acted like an asshole, but we see why they acted like an asshole. And we do see that, like I said, that they want to come back and fix it. And I always have a hard time with storylines like this, I'm not gonna lie, because it's like, oh, what made you all of a sudden change your mind? But I feel like this person dated a lot of people. You're not the first person that they played games with. I think that because you walked away and you didn't put up with their shit, it made them look at you, and then did put your time into yourself. Like you always had a strong connection to source, and you aren't going to sit there and wait for this person to give you something to fill yourself. And so I feel like you found your voice in the world. You're doing like stuff for yourself, whether that's uh hobbies, interests, doing more, learning more within work, like just finding your place. And that was, might have even been seen as a little rebellious by this person, because they were not used to people actually taking a stand, not putting up with their shit. But that's what made them look at you. That's what's making them respect you. That's what makes them compare you to all the other people that they've dated. I feel like when they met you, they weren't ready to date. However, they like the fact that you had feelings, wanted you to be like, because it was always that. It was always passion. This person needed to elevate the love. They were like all passion, like I like you, but this person was very immature. What I see is when you walked away, this person actually grew up. And it's because you forced them to. You're like, okay, stay there in the energy that you're with. And so, they're looking at your life, they like your life better. They like you. They're like, why am I doing this? Like that's almost like what it looks like. So, I mean, it does happen, especially since I do feel like this person held back from you for a long time. It's not like I almost feel like when they come back, you're going to be a little surprised, because they held back for so long. But like I said, this whole time they've been contemplating, they've been thinking about, what do I want? I think that they did date a little bit in the beginning, but then, like I said, no one compared. And so, people do come back around when they see what else is out there, when they try and replace, you know, their person or who they perceive their person is. I think the depth of this connection just really flipped this person out in the beginning. I like it, but only if you're giving to me. I don't want to seem too vulnerable, because you could probably kill me, I feel like this person would think. So let's see what spirit says. The card that fell out is wisdom. God has a plan for me. I live here now knowing beauty is to come. I don't force things to happen faster than the universe has decided for me. I learn from my experiences, take small steps in faith, and succeed thanks to all my efforts. So I almost feel like that, this connection is definitely a soul connection, because wisdom is, again, is when it's God's, like knowledge, the universe's knowledge, it's wisdom, and it's from the higher self. It's not one that we learned from school. It's one that we kind of learn through life. And so again, that this person is a soulmate. And again, I feel like because this person acted like an asshole and really should have come back a lot sooner, because if you notice, one thing that was really emphasized within the story is how long this person took to figure out what they wanted. And it was almost like they tried talking themselves out of it, because it's like, well, I don't want to like come back and apologize. And then they, you really stayed away, you weren't caving. So it made this person, like you said, say, why am I acting so stubborn? Like, why, like, this is stupid if I have feelings. And it made this person, like, again, go through all their emotions. Like, they had to check their ego. They had to contemplate, they had to meditate, they had to be in limbo for a long time to figure out, what do I want to do? And so it's like, again, they tried to talk themselves out of it. So it's almost like there's a knowing on their part, like, no, I know I'm supposed to be with you. And that's what it said here. And it says it here too. It's like, God has a plan for you. So they're not in charge of that plan. So when you say, why is this person coming into my life and why are they coming back? Well, if they're a soul's relationship, it doesn't mean that it's not karmic. Every relationship is karmic, but it means that they're teaching you something. And I think because this person did not come back right away, and it kind of like took a long time to figure it out, it's patience, and it's probably forgiveness because the person acted like an asshole. But if they're coming back where they really are genuine, I feel like again, you're gonna be open to doing it, but it's to find balance. And I only say that because like, don't force things to happen faster. That this is a divine connection, that the universe is actually working inside this person to help change this person. And it's their process that they're going through. And their process is, look how I've been living, look at the people that I'm connected to. What do they bring to the table? Like, why did you do what you did? Do I have feelings for you? It's like, I should be happy that you're not in my life because all you did was argue with me, and all you did was trigger me, but I'm still thinking about you. It's like, why am I still thinking about you? And then it's like, again, realizing that they're trying to look for you in every single person that they dated, and no one compared. And so it's like, I learned from my experiences. And again, where this person's definitely learning from their experiences, that you can't control love. You can't turn it on, you can't shut it off, you can't play games. Eventually, you're going to surrender your ego. And this is what this person is going to do. But it's again where spirit says you take small steps in faith. Meaning small steps. So you only have good intentions, but you're really balanced and grounded in relationships. Like I said, that's how the universe teaches us and grows us and changes us. I mean, this person, I don't think would ever come back and apologize to anybody. I don't think anyone ever put them in that position before. This person really did try to talk themselves out of the connection, really, didn't want to surrender their ego, really didn't want to, look at their life. They didn't think that they had a problem with their life, to be honest with you, not until you walked away. When they realized you walked away and the type of person you are compared to other people. So, and I also think that this story is healing for you, Scorpio, because very rarely do we get to see a person come back and humble themselves. So if the ball really is going to be in your court, whether you want to forgive them, again, collective reading, some of you will say yes, some of you will say no. In this story, it says yes, but then you need to take small steps, go slowly, and understand there's unconditional love there. So I really feel like the person's coming back genuine, you go slowly, you don't lose yourself in the connection, then the connection will succeed. I'm gonna leave that there. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.